Today's video hub is for Richard, who is watching us from Bonny Island. Hello Richard, we're glad you love our tutorial. Please kindly let us know where you're watching from, so we also send you a hug in our next tutorial. What's up guys, welcome back to Don's Graphics Design. Thanks for joining us today as we're going to be learning how to create a social media ads flyer on a Pixellab application for Rolex watches. Right after that, I'll also show you how to add some light effects on the flyer to make it look so beautiful like what you are seeing on your screen now. So if you are new to the channel, please kindly subscribe, then you turn on notification and make sure that you like this video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you also as well. We really appreciate your amazing love. Without wasting much of your time, let's get started. Okay guys, so after deleting this default text which we don't need, we'll now click on the three dots right here on our right icon. That will enable us to click on image size. So we go to the width and change the width to 1276, and the height is unchanged, 1280. So it's 1276 by 1280, and click on OK, and everything will be perfect. Now let's go to set the background size as well. So we click on background, and what we need to do is to click on the from gallery. That will enable us to pick the background from our photo gallery. So I'm going to check. I have an awesome background here that will allow us to use. This is the background, kind of a wavy curvy kind of background. I'm so much okay with that. But now we're going to click on this middle button to start bringing in other elements, and the first element that I want us to create is to go to shapes and select this kind of square, make it a vertical rectangle. Then you're going to position it right here and change the color into something different. So we're going to give it this other kind of gold color, and we're going to lock it up. Okay, after doing that, so we're going to lock this up. Alright, so after locking it up, let's go and bring in the watches, the stock images for the watches. I have first of all this blurred one I will love us to use. So this is it. I blurred it using a Pixellab. I blurred it using a photo room, sorry. So we're going to place this one right here. Okay, let's reduce it in size a bit, and just position it right here like so. Now what we're going to do is to go and import another one. So this is the normal one without the blur effect, and as you can see, it's a Rolex watch. So what are we going to do now? We're going to increase it in size, and place it. Let's increase it in size and position it also right here. Okay, let's reduce this a bit. So in any case, you must make sure that it appears as you want it to be. All right, let's rotate this way instead, and let's size it up. So you just have to basically play with this until you get the right position that you want. So I think this is fine. What I'm going to do is to copy it again, but as I copy it, I'm going to reduce it now in size. Okay, just to reduce it in size. And as I reduce it in size, I'm going to rotate it and position it here also as well. Good. So I have it all lined up like this, and this is just okay. What we're going to do now is to go to layer and make sure that everything has been locked up. So after attending all of this, we're going to click now on import, which will now allow us to bring in another background effect that I want us to use. So this is it here. What we're going to do, look carefully, is to go to erase color, enable your erase color, increase the tolerance, Okay, then we're going to reduce this and rotate it like this. So this is a rotation button. You can easily rotate it from there, or you can rotate it from here. No issues at all. But then we're going to minimize this further and just position it here. So after positioning it on that angle, make sure that it's perfectly aligned. Now what we're going to do is to step down its opacity a bit to just about 50, to just about 50%. Then you click on the check mark, go to layer and lock everything up. Good. Now what next? What do we need to do now? We need to bring in the logo of the Rolex watch. So I'm going to bring in the logo for Rolex, and right here I have the logo. For Rolex watches. As you can see, we're going to minimize it a bit, then we'll position it here, and after positioning it there, what we're going to do is to go to shapes, select a square shape. This is actually for a Black Friday kind of sale, so let's see. Increase this a bit. Okay, then you bring this here. So we're going to use a gradient for this shape. Go to color and we're going to create a gradient. So we click on the first color. To create a gradient, you need to click here and you click here. We're going to create somewhat this kind of gradient. Then we select this also. And we've achieved that. So we're going to rotate this. Click here. We want to have the horizontal kind of alignment. Then we swap the colors, and I'm happy with the gradient. But if you want to replicate the same kind of design and would love to have these color codes, let me share them with you. So the first gradient, which is this, let's check the color codes. The color that you will use here is F6B09. Click OK. Let's check the second. It's FFC801. Click OK as well. So we have this, and I'm just okay with it. But look at what we're going to do. We're going to make it to fit. So go back to edit, click on gradient and give it this gradient. Then you click on the plus button, and as you click on the plus button, shift this color right here. Then click on the add button to add another color, which we are going to make blank. So we are going to step this way, and then we click on it and we click here to make it transparent. So we're going to reduce the opacity of this completely to 0, and we bring it closer. Okay, I believe you can now see what is happening, so that we have something like this. All right, it went so much. Let's check that out. Let's check it out. Okay, good. So that we can have something standing out like this. Now, since this is a social media kind of post, we are going to write. So click on text, double tap to write a new text. We are going to write Black Friday sale. So it's a Rolex watches Black Friday sale. And of course this should be in capital letters. Then we're going to change the color of the text to black and go to their font area. I'm going to try multiple fonts here to see. Let's start with Rockford Sans to see if it goes. Not too bad. Alright, fine. So I think we can work with this Roxford Sans light font here. It's Black Friday sale. Then we're going to write again affordable Rolex. So we'll just first of all write affordable Rolex in small letters, and go to your font area. We're going to use a really long font here, so I want us to use Monganite bold. I want us to use Monganite bold for this, but then we're going to go to font color and change the color to the same kind of gold, this color for that text. So we have affordable Rolex watches. The first thing that you need to write is the affordable Rolex. So we have affordable Rolex. We're going to copy this text now. Okay, before, let's delete this and check something here. We just have to write affordable first of all and position it here. Make sure everything is aligned. You follow your alignment here. Then what we're going to do is to copy the text so that we maintain the same font, and we'll write Rolex watches. Alright, so we're going to go to size and check. Let's reduce this to just about 160. Let's reduce this also down to 160. Perfect. Now we can make them much more closer. So we have Rolex Black Friday sale for affordable watches. Please, as you follow the tutorial, kindly subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Tell us where you are watching from so we can mention you in the next tutorial. Now the next thing that we're going to do is to copy this text and write for both men and women. For both men and women. It should be in capital letters, guys, but then we're going to reduce it in size and make it to fall just directly below this other text. So we have affordable Rolex watches for both men and women. Now we're going to go to our shape area. We select a square. Then we increase the radius by up to 20. Let's go to color option and give it a green color. You can note here that the color on Rolex we also have some green, so we're just trying to achieve harmony here. Let's increase the radius again, I think to about 50%. Fine. So we're going to now reduce the size, and as we reduce the size, we're going to position it somewhere here. And what we're going to do now is to bring in some other important information. And like I said, it's social media ads flyer. So we're going to copy this text and write exclusively available on our online shop. Then you can buy one and get two when you order on our mobile app. So it's kind of a marketing message here. What we're going to do now is to reduce the size of this to just about 20, and we go to alignment and use a middle kind of alignment for this text. We make it to be just let's make it to be 3 lines, no issues. Good. Now we can bring it up a bit, and we're going to copy it as well. Double tap on it. Let's bring the address to get the app on Google Play Store. So this is the link for people who buy it through the mobile app. They'll buy one watch and get 2. So we're going to reduce the size of this to just about 15. Then we position it nicely below this other information, such that we have this. Okay, so what next thing do we need to do here? We need to add a call to action button. So I'm quickly going to search for a call icon or the telephone icon that we are going to use. So I have this. I'm going to reduce it in size drastically and shift it down here as well. So let's reduce it again. And after reducing it, we're going to copy this text, double tap to write in our access point number. So we are going to bring the number down also to make sure that it falls just directly below the call icon. Perfect. Now what do we need to do? We need to bring in some other information. So let's quickly search and see which other element we can use here. Okay, we're going to bring this, then we go to erase color and enable it, then come back to your color setting and you change the color to white. Like I said, kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel as you follow the tutorial. So we're going to place this here. I think we can change the color of this into something different, so let's just give it the same green and rotate it. Then we'll position it here, and we're going to copy this text, double tap to write, save up to 50%, so there is a discount for those willing to buy. We'll save up to 50%. Now look at what we're going to do. We're going to go to alignment and use middle alignment as well, and carefully rotate this text also and make it to fall just inside the curved circle. You can align it using your position button to make sure that it's perfectly fitted. And go to line spacing and reduce the line spacing a bit by -9 or 10. There are no issues. And you can make sure that everything is in order. Of course, you need to check well. And guys, everything is in place. Once we check and we see that everything is moving well, we can now save our design. We can now save our work. Thereafter we'll go to Pixellab, where we're going to add a lens flare or a light effect to make the design much more appreciable. So stay with us as we dive into Pixellab, but as you follow, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So here we are on Pixellab. Recently I've been doing a lot of tutorials on how you can use Pixellab to add a lens flare, and this is just one of those kind of tutorials. You won't really want to miss that out. So click on the plus button, and now you're going to click on album to search for the design, and you search for your Pixellab files. So I have Pixellab for my Pixellab design. This is the design we are just from achieving, and look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to add photo, and by this time you must have downloaded the lens flare. So I downloaded mine from Pinterest. I'm just going to take you now to the file for Pinterest. Look at where I'm selecting the files right here. So I'm going to search now the file for Pinterest for pins, and these are all my Pinterest files. So I'm going to look for that particular lens flare. This is it here. So after selecting it, I will now click on add. So this is it. What I'm going to do is just to size this up, then I go to the blending option and I click on it. So this is your blending mode. Click on blend, click on screen. You can see the differences: multiply, lightened, overlay, add. So it all depends on you, the one that you like. Okay, there are no issues at all, but for me I prefer the add option, which is this one, the last blending option, add. It's really more vibrant and it makes the watch much more glowing. Remember that we are using a gold color for the design. So you can now click on the check mark and you proceed now to click on download, and your work will be downloaded. So it's been downloaded and everything has been achieved successfully. So this is our work, the final product, and with this, guys, it's a conclusion on how you can design a Rolex social media ads flyer using your Pixellab application. I hope today's lesson was much more helpful, but then if you find any difficulties, kindly let us know in the comment section, as I will be reading through your comments. Like the tutorial as well, and stay subscribed to the channel for more other amazing tutorials.